It's high noon for Octodad, because his secret is about to get busted. Today we're going to talk about Octodad. For those who follow limited game ones, they made a, limited physical one of the PS4 and Vita version. I think I already owned a DRM-free version of Octodad on Humble Bundle, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I do remember seeing it before. It looked very interesting, and it was a nice opportunity to get an excuse to play it finally, out of the tons of digital games I have. I mean, it's not horrible enough I already have tons of physical games, and it doesn't really have much with it. As per the usual with the limited game ones, it gets a sticker, gets a little postcard. On the back, though, they got a checklist now. And it has a very, very small colored booklet that mainly just has a little information about all the characters of that. Though I do find the banana peel a funny little entry there just to point that out. But, it's very nice to see some booklets, though, because that's incredibly rare for American versions. Of course, technically, you could argue whether this counts as an American version, since it's a regional and it's sold to the Italian world. So, even then, even though, the system's region-free anyway. But, anyway, on to the main point, Octodad. What is Octodad? What kind of game is Octodad? What do we got in the meats of this? Is it an RPG, a platform, action adventure? It's kind of hard to describe, really. Not necessarily describe, I should say categorize as something. I'd say it's probably best way to describe it, or categorize it, would be a physics-based game, really. Because basically, you're an octopus faking being a father. It is the main premise of the story. That you're trying to keep undercover that you're an octopus. So you're faking as best as you can, acting like a human, while you control his tentacles, trying to make his legs and arms. And it's a really wacky based game of that. It has very, very slight puzzle solving, but overall, it's really just go as the game goes on. Now, I do have to mention the trophy list. Usually, the few times I ever talk about trophy achievement-based stuff, my big complaint is usually a lot of them are lazy or just progression or something like that. A lot of the ones in Octodad actually encourage you to kind of mess around with the game's environment a lot. With a few that are time-based on a few of the events, but a lot of them you have to mess around with stuff outside the boundaries of what the game requires you to do, which adds a little extra fun to the game, since it's a really, really silly game. I do enjoy the music and how the characters interact with each other, how the father actually doesn't even speak English, obviously, being an octopus, and yet how people get something out of him when he talks. But the main premise of the story, besides him trying to be a human, is that his wife is getting a little suspicious of him and has to do a story at the aquarium, and obviously he's deathly afraid of an aquarium because he's not a human, so, there's different feels on that. So, the progresses through that of trying to keep his cover up that. And during this, he has an insane chef that actually knows he's an octopus trying to murder him. So, you go through a few scenarios in that, but the game overall isn't really huge. It's not super long. Limited one games, I think this was $24 off the website, which is, of course, sold out now. So, last time I looked at online value, it's going like around $35, so if you're even faintly interested in the physical version, I'd look into that before it starts increasing, because I think there's only about like 5,000 copies, so, down the road it's probably going to go up in price as copies get hoarded and shit by assholes. But would I recommend really seeking the physical version if you're really interested in that? A little hard to justify because it's a really short game. I beat it in one day in just a very short sit session. I really enjoyed it. It has a lot of little activities for you to do during the game, but there's a little incentive that we play besides the trophies and exploring a little, and one extra level if you can find the one level, which is just a weird side-scrolling kind of weird level, while in the still physics-based kind of engine of how it controls. It doesn't have like a absolutely mind-blowing ending or anything of that, but it's enjoyable. It also has 2 short stories that will apparently free DLC about his honeymoon and his children making a story up about what he's doing. Besides that, you got time challenges and things. It also has a funny co-op mode where you can each share control and control different things, or I think you can also do it with 2 controllers too, but you basically have to work together to control Octodad, which can involve even more chaos and shit. So it's a funny game, probably to enjoy with other people or do a stream or such. But by yourself, and it's still enjoyable, don't get me wrong, but it's hard to justify a lot of money for this. I would say like $10 at most, really, which I'm not even sure how much it normally goes for online, to be honest, so, but I wouldn't pay more than that, and it gets in Humble Bundle things and that, so it probably wouldn't be that hard to get that if you want it on PC. But I enjoyed it. I recommend it if you see it for a decent price, if you like what you're seeing in that. But there's not a whole lot more to just trying to carefully maneuver your character through things while not blowing your cover and interacting with objects with your tentacles. The game doesn't get too mind-blowing out of that concept, but it's just very silly, and I have to appreciate the fact that this is not a Japan game, you know. Usually Japan does a lot of these really batshit crazy ideas a lot of times, and the idea of an octopus living as a human in a fake life sounds like something Japan would do, especially since it has tentacles. Anyway, but no, it's a silly game. I really enjoyed it. I might do a stream of it, we playing it, trying to get some of the trophies or something. But it's very short, it's very simple, but it's funny. Very funny. I definitely recommend trying the co-op mode with either your wife, husband, children, or something. It can be very humorous, very humorous. It's just like an octopus mowing the lawn with a push cuddle thingy. It's just chaos. Oh, silly, silly little games. But overall, I enjoy it. If you see it for a good price, I recommend it. But the physical version will surely go up in price as time goes on, so if you're interested in that and not a digital version, I would probably secure that before it goes to outrageous prices. It is on the Vita, the PlayStation 4, PC. I don't think it's on a Microsoft consoles, I don't think, nor Nintendo's. So I'm pretty sure you only have Sony and the PC, I think, but not 100% sure. Anywho, thank you for watching. If you have any other questions about Octodad, please leave a comment down below and I will get with you. Thank you for watching and praise the octopus. Octodad, who's gonna be Ned? Octodad, he's ever one. Octodad. Yeah, I know, my singing's horrible. I don't pay you to question me. thank you for watching the video. If you made it this far, I just wanted to say thank you. If you feel like I imparted some knowledge or taught you of a new game that you like in this video, please leave a like to show that I have embarked something to you, the viewer. And if you feel like you've learned nothing, that I did not show you something interesting, or that I did a bad job, please leave a dislike, guilt-free, on the video. If you enjoyed the video, please check out my rants, updates, reviews, and unboxings from now to a timeless age where everything was so different. And also, if you're interested in gameplay, I also do a Let's Play channel on a separate channel you can check out on Mage of Japan Backup. It can be found on the channel in the YouTube channels on the right side. Thank you for watching, and until next time, praise the sun dine on knowledge.
Why? If you put your finger over it and turn it on, you can see your finger both. Awesome.
Just a reminder, 2 weeks from now, I'll be out of town on an assignment. In a way, it's good the basement flooded. You've spent so much more time with us lately. Have you seen my Salty Hearts novel anywhere? While you're waiting on your coffee, could you bring Stacy some milk?
Soon I'll be 100 feet tall.
You.
I saw a blue jay the other day, and a cardinal. Do you think they're gonna live in the birdhouse?
What kind of things would a blue jay-
Thanks for the milk, Dad. Soon my bones will be made of steel.
Your coffee is ready, sweetie.
Oh.
You know Sherry from the book club? I caught her the other day eating a whole wedding cake. And nobody was getting married. I made your coffee just the way you like it. Sea salt and tartar sauce. Now that you're energized, I need you to take care of some chores in the backyard while I get some work done. There's grass to mow, weeds to pull, wood to chop, and don't forget to make burgers for lunch.
Hey, Dad, I saw that crazy chef guy again. Well, I would mow the lawn, but I hurt my knee at basketball practice and my elbow at baseball and my foot at... Hey, Dad, the way you're mowing the lawn reminds me of this one episode of Sports Johnson where he goes back in time and meets his son, Sports Johnson Jr., or SJJ, and he and his son have to train to win the future soccer match between Earth and Pluto, and they do. And Dad, are we ever gonna play soccer together? Mom, I got a splinter from the table.
Come here, honey. Let me take a look.
If this thing were any bigger, I'd be dead.
Watch where you're mowing, honey.
trees, do they feel pain?
Geez, Stacy, dumb things like trees and animals don't feel pain. Dad, are hamburgers really made out of ham? Oh. They were made from ponies. Thanks, Dad. These look delicious.
I bet they taste like